Hello, beautiful souls, and welcome to the final episode of Softening into Momentum, Season 1. I'm Miki, and I want to start by saying thank you. Thank you for showing up week after week. Thank you for practicing with me, for softening with me, for trusting me with your precious time and attention. Thank you for believing that gentleness is the revolutionary act and that softness holds strength. Today, we're exploring fierce compassion, the kind of love that is both tender and protective, soft and strong. Because as we close this season and you carry these teachings forward into your life, I want you to understand something. Compassion is not weakness. Compassion is the most powerful force for change that we have. Now we bring it all together. Now we learn to be both gentle and fierce, both open and boundaried, both soft and unshakable. Take a breath with me as we close this season and step into whatever comes next. There's a misconception about compassion, that it's always soft-spoken, always yielding, always saying yes. That to be compassionate means to be endlessly accommodating, never confrontational, perpetually nice. But that's not compassion. That's people-pleasing with spiritual language attached. True compassion, fierce compassion, knows when to be soft and when to be strong. It knows when to open and when to protect. It knows when to yield and when to stand firm. It's the mama bear who is gentle with her cubs and ferocious with other threats. It's love that refuses to enable harm in the name of being kind. In Buddhism, there's the image of the bodhisattva, the being who vows to alleviate suffering for all beings. Some bodhisattvas are depicted with gentle, peaceful faces. Others are shown with fierce, wrathful expressions. That's not because they're angry. It's because sometimes compassion requires fierce protection and clear boundaries, and the strength to say no, not this, not on my watch. Fierce compassion is what I practice in my sobriety when I say no to events centered around alcohol, even if I disappoint people. It's what I practice in my coaching when I call out patterns that are keeping clients stuck, even when that's uncomfortable. It's what I practice in my relationships when I hold firm to boundaries, even when guilt tries to convince me that I'm being mean. I think about the difference between helping and enabling. Helping supports someone's growth and agency. Enabling protects them from the consequences they need to learn from. True compassion sometimes means letting people experience their own struggles, rather than rushing in to rescue them from their discomfort. This has been one of the hardest lessons of my healing. Sometimes the most loving thing I can do is to step back. Sometimes compassion looks like I love you, and I'm not available for this dynamic anymore. Sometimes it looks like I see you're hurting, and I trust you have what you need to work through it. Fierce compassion trusts people's capacity to grow, even when that growth is painful. It refuses to infantilize or rescue. It holds space while maintaining boundaries. It's tender towards the person while being firm about what's acceptable. In these turbulent times, we need fierce compassion now more than ever. We need love that doesn't collapse in the face of injustice. We need gentleness that doesn't excuse harm. We need softness that's backed by the strength to protect what's sacred. We need the willingness to be uncomfortable in service of what's right, to speak the truth even when our voices shake, to maintain boundaries even when guilt tries to erode them, to care deeply without carrying everything. This is the integration of everything that we've practiced this season, softening into our humanity while standing firm in our values, being vulnerable while being boundaried, being open while also being discerning. Hey, beautiful soul. Before we dive deeper into today's episode, I want to share something really special I created just for you. I'm so excited to announce my brand new free workshop, The Science of Gratitude. This is a gentle, heart-led workshop where we explore gratitude from two powerful angles: positive psychology, what the research actually says about how gratitude rewires your brain, and Buddhist wisdom, how gratitude becomes a daily practice of presence, compassion, and enoughness. Inside the workshop, I also share a personal reflection on gratitude in my sobriety, the kind of quiet, honest gratitude that helped me rebuild my life from the inside out. And because you know I love to give you tools you can take with you, you'll also receive a beautifully designed accompanying study guide to deepen your reflection and integrate what you learn. It's all completely free. My gift to you. Sign up now. Check the show notes for the link. You'll get immediate access to the workshop and your study guide delivered straight to your inbox. If you're craving more presence, more perspective, more tenderness in your life, this is for you. All right, let's get back into today's episode of Softening into Momentum. As we close this season, I want to acknowledge that the world is not getting easier. The times remain turbulent. Injustice persists. Uncertainty continues. And you will need every tool that we've explored to stay grounded, present, and effective. Here's my little secret. What these 12 weeks have been building you toward is sustainable resilience. Not the kind of resilience that requires you to be invulnerable, but the kind that lets you feel everything and keep showing up anyway. Not the kind that never breaks, the kind that knows how to mend and continue. You've learned to begin again with the beginner's mind, which means every stumble is an opportunity. Every mistake is a teacher. Every ending is also a beginning. You've learned to set boundaries with love, which means you can protect your energy while staying connected. Say no with kindness and honor both your needs and your relationships. You've learned to surf cravings rather than drown in them, which means you have power over your impulses, choice over your responses, freedom from compulsion. You've learned to pause before reacting, which means you respond from wisdom rather than wound, from clarity rather than chaos. And you've learned to meet your inner critic with compassion, which means you can hold yourself tenderly even when you fall short, even when your growth is slow, even when healing is non-linear. You've learned to hold impermanence, which means you can love deeply while holding on lightly, showing up fully while accepting the uncertainty. Care about the outcomes while releasing any attachment to them. This is the key. You've also learned to build and be a community, which means you're never alone in this work. You're never without support, never without witnesses to your becoming. You've learned to channel anger wisely, which means you can feel righteous fury without burning out, care deeply without depleting yourself, fight for justice sustainably. You've learned to walk the middle path, which means you can be both disciplined and joyful, both committed and also free, both soft and strong. You've learned forgiveness as freedom, which means you can release resentment without condoning harm. You can choose peace over being right, carry yourself forward, unburdened by the past. You've learned gratitude and enoughness, which means you can recognize abundance alongside scarcity. Celebrate what is while working toward what's possible. Find contentment in the middle of becoming. And now you are learning fierce compassion, the integration of all of it, the willingness to be both tender and strong, both open and boundaried, both vulnerable and protected. This is how we build resilience in turbulent times, not by becoming harder, but by becoming more integrated. We don't shut down, we stay open with discernment. We don't do it alone. We build and we become community. We don't force ourselves to be perfect. We practice. We stumble. We begin again. Our final practice together this season is metta, of course, loving kindness, expanding from ourself outward into ever-widening circles. This is fierce compassion in action, starting with ourselves and then rippling out to include all beings. So please find a comfortable position, either seated or lying down. Close your eyes if that feels safe to do so. And when you're ready, Take 3 deep breaths with me. Let's arrive fully into this moment. Breathing in and breathing out. Again, inhaling and releasing. Once more, breathing in deep from your belly and letting it all go. Allow your breath to be whatever it is naturally. Place a hand on your heart. Feel your own presence, your own aliveness, your own worthiness of love. We begin, as always, offering metta to ourselves. May I be safe. May I be peaceful. May I be healthy. May I live with ease. May I be safe. May I be peaceful. May I be healthy. May I live with ease. Feel these wishes landing in your heart. You are worthy of your own kindness. You are worthy of your own love. Now bring to mind someone who you love easily. A friend, family member, someone whose happiness genuinely brings you joy. You can see them in your mind's eye. Feel the warmth of caring for them. And we offer metta. May you be safe. May you be peaceful. May you be healthy. May you live with ease. Let your love for them flow freely through you. This is the easy part of compassion. Loving those who are easy to love. Now expand outward to include your wider community, the people you practice with, work with, share space with, our Sangha, the listeners of this podcast, your recovery community, people working toward healing and justice. Hold them all in your awareness as we offer. May we be safe. May we be peaceful. May we be healthy. May we live with ease. Feel the strength of collective compassion. We're all in this together. And now, with fierce compassion, bring to mind someone you might be struggling with, someone you're angry at, hurt by, maybe in conflict with. You don't have to like them. You don't have to agree with them. But see if you can recognize their humanity in this moment, their suffering, their own longing to be free from pain. May you be free from suffering. May you find peace. May you be held by compassion. May you find healing. This is fierce love, wishing for healing, even for those who cause harm. Healing people don't hurt people. Finally, expand your compassion to include all beings everywhere, those you know and those you'll never meet, those like you and those completely different, those suffering and those thriving. Hold the whole world in your heart as we offer. May all beings be safe. May all beings be peaceful. May all beings be healthy. May all beings live with ease. Feel how your individual heart connects to the universal heart. Feel how your personal healing contributes to collective healing. Feel how we're all woven together in a beautiful web of interconnection. Take 3 final breaths, carrying this expansive compassion with you. Breathing in fierce love. Breathing out any fear. Breathing in a tender strength. Breathing out hardness. Breathing in metta. Breathing out any separation. When you're ready, remove your hand from your heart and gently open your eyes, becoming aware of the space around you. As we close this season, I want you to know that this isn't an ending. It's a spiral. You'll return to these teachings again and again, each time with a deeper understanding, each time noticing new layers. You don't have to be perfect at any of this. You don't have to master every single practice. You just have to keep showing up. Keep practicing. Keep softening and strengthening in equal measure. The momentum you've built over these 12 weeks, that's yours now. That's the foundation you'll build on. Every time you pause before reacting, every time you meet yourself with compassion, every time you set a boundary, every time you choose gratitude over comparison, you're practicing. You're building resilience. You're becoming. I'll be here. Season 2 is already forming, already becoming, already making its way toward you. But in the meantime, you have everything that you need. You have the practices. You have the Sangha. You have your own fierce, tender, unshakable heart. So please go forth with softness and strength. Be gentle with yourself and fierce in your protection of what's sacred. Stay open while maintaining your boundaries. Keep softening while standing firm. The world needs you, beautiful soul. Not perfect, not healed, not finished, but present, practicing, and committed to being both tender and strong. You've got this. We've got this. Together. Thank you so much for being part of Softening into Momentum Season 1. for showing up and trusting in the power of gentleness. The Softening into Momentum podcast is lovingly curated, created, written, edited, and produced by me, Miki, with accompanying sound bath frequencies by my good friend, Static. If you would like to dive further into his incredible musical work, please go to YouTube at Static is Noise. If this season has meant something to you, if you found value, please share it with others who need to hear these practices. Please comment below what was your favorite episode this season so that I can work to bring you more relevant content for your life. And if you haven't already, please join us in the Meta Momentum coaching community, links in the show notes, where we continue this work together, year-round. And remember, you are exactly what the world needs. Your softening is revolutionary. Your strength is sacred. Your becoming is simply beautiful. Until we meet again in Season 2, keep practicing, keep softening, keep being the fierce, tender, powerful force for good that you are. Thank you, beautiful souls, for listening. Let's keep softening into momentum. Namaste.